How do they, guys? Welcome back to Edgar TV. Today I'm going to go through my Q School picks, 10 players to watch at the upcoming PDC Q School across the UK and Europe. If you are new to darts and you're not sure how Q School works, or you're familiar with darts but you just want it explained to you in a different format, I will be doing a video before Q School starts explaining everything you need to know regarding Q School and what to expect at Q School. So make sure you subscribe for that. I will also be covering Q School with all the latest updates at the end of the days, a couple of live watch alongs as well. So again, if you can't watch or follow Q School, just wait to the end of the day and I'll be talking you through everything you need to know from PDC Q School. But here are my 10 picks and selections for Q School. The first one, Darrell Pilgrim, somebody who we have seen at the Moda Super Series on multiple occasions. He was the best average of anybody in the world in 2023, that being the 122 average. He's ran at a season average of 92.04. He's picking up titles. He's now starting to build a bit of an aura about him. And I think Darrell Pilgrim is going to get his card at last at Q School. Andy Bartons, when we're talking about somebody who's been picking up titles, he picked up 7 titles last year on the WDF Tour, including the Lakeside Championship, the WDF World title. Seasonal average for Andy Bartons of 93.51 makes him the 38th best player in the world according to stats. Now that is a stat in regards to how far he could go getting into the PDC. The first thing he's got to do, though, he's got to get through that door, and I think he does it this year at Q School. Again, when we talk about aura, he's going to have that now at the back of winning that Lakeside title. Cam Crabtree has been picking up a few titles as well. He's picked up a quarter-final on the Pro Tour when he's got his Pro Tour call-ups. That is off the back of 2 Challenge Tour titles last year and the Moda Super Series title. I think he is going to be a player that moves on to the tour next year. But it's not always about the players who are going onto the tour. Sometimes it's people coming off the tour that get our interest. And I'm very surprised to see Steve Lennon coming off the tour. The Irishman who was a World Cup runner-up with William O'Connor, been on the tour for several years now. Runs at a 92.39 average. No fear sort of factor player as well. I think he's going to be one to keep an eye on, or one that will regain that card for sure. Rob Grundy, someone joining us from the Northeast, won a Moda Super Series weekly title played in Champions Week. He's also picked up a Challenge Tour title. Really big fan of the action and how the darts lie and that sort of no fear factor he brings to the game. I think he's got to be top of most people's lists for a player to watch at Q School. Fallon Sherrock did an exhibition with her sort of in the summer of 2023. We had a bit of a chat about what was coming up, and she was saying about how she was looking forward to the sort of next few months. She's practicing more, she's working so hard on the board. From that point, went and won some of the women's series, which got her into events like the World Championship, where we saw a decent performance against Jermaine Watamena. The thing with Fallon, her averages aren't quite as high as the other people on this list at 84.96, but if you do watch my video about what it takes to be a professional dart player, you'll see she's in within that block. So she's going to get opportunities. Does she take them? That will be the question. Now, the next part about this is, do people take the opportunities against Fallon? Because you've got to remember the issue you've got in regards to when you play Fallon is you're playing quite a name. And when you're playing a name or somebody as the stature of Fallon, you can get a little bit more edgy, especially for some of the more inexperienced players that we may see at Q School. She narrowly missed out last year, and for the first time in my selections, I'm going to say Fallon Sherrock joins the tour, which would be great for darts when we think about what the Luke Littler story is at the moment. If then we get another female Pro Tour card holder, we've had it before with Lisa Ashton, but it'll really highlight darts as being an all-inclusive, no gender, no age-specific sport, especially when we've got players in the 50s playing on the Pro Tour as well. Another person I'm going to put forward for my list here is going to be Jules Van Dongen. Jules Van Dongen had a good second year on his tour, terrible first year. If we judge him more on the second year, the most recent form, he's going to be in with a chance, 95.53 over the last sort of 12 months, and he's starting to turn that into wins. And wins is what I think is what the most important factors. Feeling good, feeling positive, being able to believe you can get yourself out of any situation. Ben Robb, is a man that does that. His average, again, not quite as high as the other players, but an 85% win rate over 2023. He's going to feel invincible. He's coming over to take part in Q School. I think he's got a genuine chance here. We have recently seen him at the World Championship, and we've seen him there a few times. He's not quite hit the top performance that we know he's capable of, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the tour card positions. Last one for me, Shane McGurk. We seen him not too long ago at the WDF event, Gold event in Ireland. He picked up 2 titles there. He's guaranteed a position now at Lakeside. Now, Shane McGurk is a developing player. I think, he's not hit his ceiling yet. I think he's going to go further than he's showing already. But the fact that he now has that Lakeside guarantee, I think makes Q School a little bit easier for him. Now, the reason is Q School is a 4-day event when you get to the final stage. I'll explain that in full detail in a future video. But them 4 days are going to define 2 years of your life. If you do well over 4 days, you get a tour card for 2 years. So a lot of pressure is riding on that. For Shane McGurk, already having in the bank that Lakeside place at the back end of the year in December, will almost be like, right, okay, well, I've got Lakeside, so if I don't get my tour card, I can still go play that. So it'll actually make this a little bit of an easier task psychologically, which I think may just give him that little edge, that little percent that we need to get him over the line. So there's my ones, the runners and riders to keep an eye out for Q School. I am sure with 850 entries, there is a lot of people have missed out. Some people probably want to see people like John Henderson get their tour card back. Who do you want to see? Let me know your top pick, your one that you think is going to definitely get their card, the main man, the star man, and then who would you like to get them? Let me know those down in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. It's going to be a big week of content coming up. I'm going to let you know everything you need to know at Q School, and I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV. Edgar TV.